Joined now by head coach of the Mavericks, Mike Hastings. Mike, your thoughts on tonight's win?
Well, it's a good win for us against a real quality opponent, and we didn't get off to the start that we wanted to. Again, I think we took 2 penalties in the first 6 minutes. And thank goodness for our penalty kill and our goaltender. Gave us a chance to get our feet underneath us a little bit. And then I thought our power play, who, up until this point, I think we were scoreless for tonight's game, made some plays. I want to single out David Cillier, Josh Grohl, a group of penalty killers, and then obviously Livingstone and Hiroshi played a very good game. Congratulations to Tracy on his first one, and I know we're going to have to be better tomorrow.
Questions? Shane Frederick.
You mentioned your power play, Mike. What do you think was the difference compared to last week? And is it just another week of practice early on in the season? Is it just some shoring up some things?
Well, a couple of things. We had a couple of pretty good bounces. The one shot that goes to the net gets caromed and goes right onto Livingstone's stick on the weak side. But then he makes a play to score a goal, and then we had a couple of guys make a couple of plays. And you know what? It is. It's early in the season. There's a lot of change from week to week, and hopefully we can keep going in a good direction.
Kevin Dudley.
Mike, how happy were you with the way your team managed the lead? Especially, I know you get the 5-minute major, and it's big to score on that, and you guys get a couple on that. How happy were you with the way your team played with the lead? I thought you did a good job keeping your foot on the gas.
Yeah, I thought we didn't create a lot of their opportunities. They're good enough that like you said, I thought we were able to play a good amount of players as far as being able to roll lines. We didn't get into a special team battle there towards the end, which it could have been, because we ended up, I think they had an extended 5-on-3 also. I just, again, we relied upon some guys that have been here before, and we're going to have to do that again tomorrow.
Carson Pulo.
Coach, after a successful game like tonight, how big of a morale booster is it in the locker room knowing that, you guys as a team just knocked off the number 4 team in the nation?
Well, it's so early. It's good to win at home, just because of the ramifications that you have at the end of the year, and then two, playing a quality opponent like Duluth. Those are games you put in the hopper, and then you enjoy it tonight. You go to bed, you reset, and then get back after it tomorrow. But it was an important win for us because we're playing at home, and because that team's going to win an awful lot of hockey games throughout this year. And so we've got to, like I said, it's good that one's over and we got it in the right column, and now we'll have to reset and get prepared for tomorrow.
Tony Zolzo, Youth Hockey Hub. Talk about, do you feel like you really picked up where you left off starting in the third period against Minnesota last Saturday into today's game?
You know what? I as the game went on, I think it looks that way. Not really at first when we, when we ended up, 30 some seconds in, we take one. Right around the 5-minute mark, we take another one. You don't want to start that way at home if you don't have to. And so I did after we survived that, I thought we got into our game a little bit more. Were we able to possess some pucks and create some opportunities? And so hopefully we can take a step tomorrow and have a better start.
Was the goal that would have been a 7th goal challengeable? Is there a process that you would have had to challenge it? Or?
I asked. The only thing that was said is, he goes, I had that hit in the crossbar, and my comment was, I don't think you should miss that. That was it. I do want to say this, on us, on our facility or our mechanics, electronics, whatever you want to call it. They had told us that the replay was down, and that it wasn't to be used. And actually on the penalty for Psychos, that they were going to look for a potential major, it wasn't available. And so, I don't know if there was a miscommunication from upstairs that all of a sudden It was available when the goal was scored because obviously of what we saw. But I want to, as much as I'm disappointed in how that happens because goals are hard to score, I don't want to put that on the officials because they were told at that time that replay was not available. And so, as hard as that is to explain, that's really what it was. They were told that replay was unavailable, and it was unavailable for them to look for a 5-minute major, and it was unavailable for them to look to see if that was a goal.
One question about Tracy. Obviously, you have to be thrilled that he gets a shutout in his first start. I know you got to look at all these guys at that position, but what went into the decision to start him tonight, and how quickly into the game did you feel like he, was feeling pretty good?
Well, actually, I mean, he's put together a real good body of work from going from this summer to when he started with us early, the goalie sessions, and talking to our goaltending coach, Corey Lonke. He deserved the opportunity to play, and I thought he took advantage of that tonight.
I'll ask about the penalty kill. You lost some really key guys on that from last year, and Jack McNeely and Benton, who were just anchors. I thought that they kind of early they were really good. Keeping them off the board in the first, and the whole night, I think 5 for 5. How happy were you with the penalty kill tonight?
Well, I think it's a difference in momentum, because if they get off to 1 or 2, we're chasing the game, which we have at times in this young season. So I think it was incredibly impactful early. And then I thought it stopped momentum swinging to the other side because they did a good job killing late. So the difference in tonight's game really was the special teams. And so, from our standpoint, that group, when you start talking about, the defensive core, and then Cillier, Grohl, Anders Pavel, Lucas Sauter, Cade Borchardt, those guys did a really good job.
We'll talk a little bit about Pairwise. Your 6th game start it's an epic start who you face. Do you stare at it at all?
No, if you do, you get a little nauseous. So no, it's a little bit more of just what the next one is. And like I said, we'll get up in the morning tomorrow and restart because we're going to have to go in there tomorrow night. I'm just glad we got this one done and now turn the page and move on to the next one.
Thanks, Mike. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.